Hey guys, welcome to, oh boy, yeah, sorry, this one's also a day late.
Welcome to the 9th video in the Summer of Kirby Marathon.
Originally we planned this to be, originally we planned this to be,
we had a couple more.
We had two more, you realize there were two games, and
we also want to reveal. In fact, the original finale was actually moved from this date to the new date of September 20th. Sorry for making you wait almost a month more, but
hey,
instead today we're reviewing Kirby Superstar plus the DS remake,
and plus what it adds, plus the addition and
plus the additions in the DS remake Kirby Superstar Ultra.
So, believe it or not,
this game has a development history.
So Kirby Superstar.
Also, by the way, the song you're listening to right now is Kirby Superstar Opening Remix Magical Tour, or by the Nintendo Code.
So this was actually the third out of the 5 game third out of the 5 game.
It was released on the Super Nintendo.
No,
Kirby?
the 5 game in Sakurai I actually developed.
Those being Kirby's Adventure,
Dreamland,
and Kirby and the Amazing Mirror.
No, Special Advice, or Crystal Shards, and Crystal
Adventure, Dreamland, Crystal Shards,
and this game. Yeah, only 4 games.
4 games Sakurai developed.
Oh yeah, if you want to count Nightmare and Dreamland, that's 5.
5 if you count the remake Nightmare and Dreamland. Yeah.
Okay, so. Originally, the title there was a prototype for the original NES. Like the Sakurai, although the prototype was for internal use, it was almost complete, and some of Kirby's animations were nearly identical. The prototype was used to test out ideas, using in the final product. Sakurai had 3 pillars of mind. One was 2-player cooperative play, and one was including action similar to those in fighting games. And the third was an omnibus. Omnibus format. The game will be bigger or more deep. The game development lasted 3 years. Years and include the game, and it was partially due to Donkey Kong Country, which you see graphics. Sakurai was certain and using CG would be beneficial, so the team redid artwork halfway through development. How's development schedule also lengthened, and Sakurai also planned to include an additional game mode, which Kageto mentioned, and which was discarded due to time constraints. Kageto Mansion was a horror game with an emphasis on action and puzzle elements. It saw Kirby in a mansion and unable to inhale. I also find a move that allowed Kirby to create an explosion from guarding, but cut the idea. That's quite the development history. Either way, Kirby Superstar was released on March 21st, 1996 for the Super Nintendo.
Was that near the end of its life?
Just 3 months before the system's successor released.
Wow.
East America on September 20th, 1996, and Europe on January 23rd, 1997. The game is called Kirby of the Stars Super Deluxe, and in Europe it's called
Kirby's Fun Pack.
Its working title, Kirby of the Stars Archive, which suggested the game was more proactive and had more active gameplay. Like Kirby of the Stars Active. It was actually Shigesato Itoi that came up with the final title.
Huh.
Which Sakurai conveys how rich it is in content.
Was the final title in Japan?
Kirby of the Star or Super Deluxe. Critically, the game was, well, look at these review scores.
was reviewed pretty positively. It was fairly well received.
The game had sold. The game. Its sales numbers. Kirby, Kirby Superstar are sold 1.4 million copies ace.
Ouch.
Well, yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm serious. I mean, to be fair, it was a late release. However, the game came in 2000 and 2008. It saw an enhanced remake. It saw a remake for the Nintendo DS and for Nintendo DS. And weirdly enough, if you want to know something?
Yeah.
It actually performed better than the original. At 2.99 million in copies.
No.
It is. I mean, to be fair, it was while the DS was in its prime.
Rather than at the end of the console's life.
Right. So, okay, enough of the introductions. What memories do you have with Superstar?
When I was super young, I would watch memories of videos of a certain mode, or exclusive to the Superstar Ultra. You see, I was a...
You're a huge sucker for boss rush.
I was a huge sucker for boss rush modes.
Back then.
I also watched a Let's Play or two of the game.
It wasn't actually until this year. However, you never got to play it. As much as you wanted Superstar Ultra,
it was too hard to come by.
And Superstar. How did you first? You first experienced it when I got up the my SNES Classic.
Mm-hmm.
You beat the game in one sitting. Yeah, let that say. And and we tried to wonder where. Then I tried to see if there was a. Then I looked up how much a copy of Superstar Ultra costed.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not. Yeah, that'll cost you an arm and a leg.
Mm-hmm.
I could get.
About how much did you say?
More than $200.
$200.
Yeah, despite the fact the game sold better, it's really expensive.
I guess they didn't make enough copies to go around.
I mean, 2 million in retrospect isn't really a lot.
Most of the games sold very unexpected, so they're just people who refuse to part with their copies.
So, how'd you experience Superstar Ultra?
I used an emulator.
Yep.
Anyways, on to the overview of this game.
So, yeah, there's not really a story for
the game overall. Instead, we're going over the individual mode stories.
Kirby's Fun Pack contains 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, Kirby's Fun Pack.
But first, let's go over the basics. Well, first, let's go over the. Let's discuss the track you're listening to right now. This is called "Before You're a Superstar," Kirby Superstar Tutorial Remix by Robin Blend Music. So,
So
let's discuss us what everything has in common. And so every single mode has copy abilities, obviously. Well, except for one on DS exclusive mode. Well, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
This game also introduced the ability to get rid of your copy ability in exchange for a helper with the same power.
Yeah.
The only exception with this is limited use abilities. You can't make partners out of those. Well, with another exception in the middle of that. But again, we'll get to it. There's a lot of weird rule exceptions in this game, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
How does this game
Have you
work?
played Kirby? Have you played? Are you familiar with Kirby?
Yes.
No. Yes. No. Yes. We'll show. Do you want to know how to inhale?
No.
Well,
here's how you inhale. Seriously.
Yep. The original asks every time you start
Even
a
though
mode.
you ask, the game asks. Even if
you're
say,
new to Kirby,
and even if you say,
yes,
and no, like, even if you answer their question, no matter how you answer it, you always get the tutorial.
Yeah.
So what's the point? In the remake, they actually don't show you the tutorial if you assure the game you already know what to do.
Okay, so let's go over the game, shall we?
Well, first, let's discuss how things work.
No, this actually might seem familiar to modern players.
So there's a cork board.
Yep.
Board of different modes. Beating some modes unlocks other modes, and with the exception of the sub-games, all of the modes have the same physics and gameplay. But each with their own spin on things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And, of course,
not every game, you don't have access to every game when you start.
Obviously. In fact, you only have access to one, plus the sub-games. So, but, yeah. Let's get into the first one. Spring Breeze. Also known as a compact remake of the original Kirby, or the original Dreamland.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Of course, there are a few changes, but overall, it's very similar. So right now, you're listening to "Waltz in the Clouds" for Bubbly Clouds by Labrachan Labu. You're wondering how that's spelled? LABRA-CHAN space LABU exclamation point.
Sorry, we need to go over the loser.
Well, first, let's go over the levels. Spring Breeze has the same levels as the originals. Those being green greens Float Islands is the Castle Lolo, Float Islands, and then Bubbly Clouds. Which one's first?
Float Islands.
Float Islands, then Bubbly Clouds, and then Mount DDD.
Also, the game has added cutscenes and the remake adds some
CG cutscenes, which is pretty impressive for the time. And have fully rendered 3D videos in a mostly 2D game.
And on a handheld.
On a handheld device.
Oh god, these look.
In retrospect, they look very crusty.
Crust.
Again, I appreciate what they were going for. It adds to the charm of the game.
Spring Breeze, not much to say here.
So what copy abilities are there?
It doesn't tell you.
It doesn't tell you. So, yeah. Without going for... Well, the thing is...
Yeah, this is...
I don't know how to say this, but I've already rated everything in this version. Doesn't the Float Islands have a new boss, though? The Hoosier is originally Kabula. Kabula isn't in Spring Breeze.
It's long.
Float Islands?
Yeah.
Wait, Wait, oh, Castle Whoa is that in the game?
No.
No, Castle Whoa is not in the game. So instead, you just have Green Greens,
Float Island, Boatwood Clouds, and
Clouds, and Mount DDD.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but we've already reviewed that.
We've kind of already reviewed this.
Yeah, this is awkward.
But DDD's fight is different, so let's go with that.
So,
He has a few attacks. He can hover like Kirby. He can jump in the air up to the top of the screen and hammer down on you. He can dive at you and he can spit you out and do a stomp attack. And if you hit him with any damaging move, it stun locks him. I mean, I don't know what I expected from them trying to make DDD an early game boss. I guess in order to stay true to his moveset, they just had to give him a crippling weakness. That being the stun lock. But yeah, I understand why they did it.
What would you rate Spring Breeze?
I'll give it a 10. It's a faithful and charming recreation.
That's a lot higher. That's much higher than the original than Dreamland and score.
Mm-hmm. What did I give it?
You gave Dreamland a 7.
Mm-hmm. It was just so interesting.
And oh yeah, this. Oh yeah.
Actually, I'll give it a 9. The only downside is that they removed one of the stages. Likely because since they didn't have a boss or float islands without the mechanics of the blimp fruit.
Yeah,
they had to move a lot of float islands instead. And since Castle Whoa didn't have a boss and those guys were there instead, they just removed Castle Whoa. Oh yeah. Either way, let's move on to the next mode already.
Dynablade. The story is pretty simple.
This bird named Dynablade, this giant bird named Dynablade shows up and steals a bunch of food. Hey, that sounds familiar. To what we just went through.
Kirby, of course, doesn't get is missing. Well, as you find out, Kirby he didn't understand
and why. So he goes to fight Dynablade and retrieve the stolen food.
And they actually do have the levels listed here. I just had to go to the stages.
So yeah, the levels here are first we have Peanut Plains. And the abilities you find here are Beam, Bomb, Cook, Crash, Cutter, or Sleep, and Sword.
We've gone over all of these.
With the exception of Cook, but that's another screen.
Another screen note. Yeah, this game's actually noteworthy for introducing modern elements. Mm-hmm. Introducing in the ability system the newer games use. Mm-hmm. Where instead of say have burning, earning fire or freeze and ice,
they're combined into one. So let's go over for the second stage, which is called Mallow Castle. The copy abilities you get are Beam, Bomb, Cutter, Hammer, Mirror, Ninja, Parasol, Sleep, Sword, and Wheel. All of which we have again already reviewed.
Yeah, nothing much.
In other games. By the way, the remix you're listening to is Kirby Superstar Remix Candy in the Sky by Wupar. W-U-P-A-R.
Okay. Next up is Cocoa Cave. It's a cave level.
I mean, what'd you expect?
Abilities here are...
The abilities you find here are Beam Bomb, Crash Biter, or Ice Spasm, Sleep, Deep Stone, Suplex, and Yo-Yo.
Have we ever talked about Suplex?
We talked about Throw.
No, Throw is different.
Check if Suplex was in any of the games we reviewed.
Yeah, what games is Suplex in? It's only been in Superstar or in Starlight.
So yeah, we haven't reviewed Suplex yet. That's weird.
Huh.
Suplex is pretty similar to Throw.
It's kind of like it's nothing like Throw.
It's decent. It's very upgraded from it.
I mean, you don't just hurl things that. Your Kirby basically become Kirby. You can use a bunch of wrestling in moves.
Kirby can dash directly forward and grab enemies using star projectile, which you can then slam at other enemies. These for massive damage.
It's pretty fun.
You also if there's no projectiles around, you can also do this little stomp attack. Does Kirby have a stomp attack?
The stomp?
Yeah, does Kirby have that stomp? Stomp attack with suplex.
The slam?
The one where he jumps down on the opponent.
Jumping body slam?
Go down. Oh, pinpoint kick. Yes, Kirby has it. So
yeah, suplex is pretty fun.
It's surprisingly it's such a similar concept to throw. You think it'd be garbage, but there's actually a lot going for it. Especially, and it actually balances out the difficulty in landing hits with absurd damage it returns.
Yeah.
So definitely a 10.
And I think that's like the only ability we haven't covered.
Oh, did I also mention that in Mallow Castle there's a hidden switch?
Yeah.
I believe there is in Candy Mountain too.
Yeah. There's 2 hidden switches.
One in Mallow Castle and one in Candy Mountain.
So what are these abilities? So, the abilities in Candy Mountain are...
Candy Mountain you get Beam Bomb, Copy, Crash, Fire, Hammer, Ice, Mike, Parasol, Sleep, Stone, Sword, and Wing. Oh, Copy! We haven't got over that.
No.
You see, Copy allows you to copy your opponent's abilities.
What?
Why in the actual hell does this exist?
You only find this useful in one area.
You don't find this useful in a single game mode.
Yep.
So I don't understand why it's even in this. Mainly because of the enemy that gives it to you. You see, interestingly enough, this enemy is more unique than the ability itself. We'll go over that in more detail later on.
But what do you rate Copy?
Well, it does 2 damage to non-ability wielding enemies, but it's close range and
It's really useless.
it's pointless. I'll give it a 3 for the fact that it can damage other enemies. But why would you use this over anything else?
And next is level 5 is Dynablade's Nest with
There are only 4 abilities that you get before the fight.
Beam.
It's just a boss level. Beam, Cutter, Fire, or Sword.
Yeah, this is you fight Dynablade here.
Right, obviously. You see, Dynablade can swoop down. Dynablade has a few attacks. Swooping. Dynablade can do this neck extend attack. Act like roar. You breathe fire or change direction. You fly over to fly off screen into the other side. Fly off screen and then dash from the background, or do a swooping attack across the off the main screen and grab you if you come into contact with it. So probably gonna take a lot of damage.
So what would you rate Dynablade as a boss?
I'll give Dynablade an 8 as a boss fight.
Honestly, it's kind of a shame in this fight. We haven't seen this fight.
I haven't seen Dynablade reimagined in any future games. Anyways, after beating Dynablade, you come across
Kirby, you dick.
A nest of chicks.
Kirby, you.
Turns out Dynablade was a mother.
Yep. Yep.
She was stealing food because she couldn't find any other way to feed her babies.
Kirby, you asshole!
While Dynablade's beaten up, Kirby takes on the responsibility of raising the chicks.
Yeah.
To make up for the misunderstanding.
Yep. And until Dynablade comes back.
And Dynablade does make a return later, but we'll go over that when we get to it.
Yeah.
Anyways, Dynablade's mode.
What would you rate this?
I'll give this one a 9 too. It's a fun little romp. Kind of like this game's own unique version of Spring and Breathe. he's rather than remake. What are you doing?
Hey, you know what the next mode is, right?
Is it a big one or a small one? It's a small one.
Oh boy!
Now we get to go over what's possibly the most iconic mode. You know what music's gonna be kicking in, and
here we go.
oh wait, it's not the music you were expecting. Psych. I actually used the Stage 2 remix. It's haha.
But we all know a Gourmet Race. Yep.
I figured I might show some love to this underrated track.
Yeah, Gourmet Race is, well, quite simple. You race the fat fuck king indeed.
Gathering as much food along the way as you can.
And we'll be
and you get a bonus if you reach the goal. You get a bonus amount of food if you reach the goal first.
If there's 3 stages,
no, there's 3 stages. But the mode you have to be, but it doesn't matter if you play all the stages individually because the mode you want, because what you want to do to get 100% on the mode is play and win Grand Prix, where the game makes you play all 3 stages back to back.
So,
also, the song you listened to, Kirby Superstar Ultra, Gourmet Race 2, Sega Genesis Extended Remix by The Legend of Renegade.
So Gourmet Race is, yeah, there's not much to it.
Simple. DDD doesn't even have his own hitbox that you can collect. You can break blocks and grab food, yes, but you can't interact with him.
So, what would you rate Gourmet Race?
7.
It's, yeah, there's not much...
It's neat in the moment, but...
There's not much...
There's not really any substance.
Or any reason to go back to it.
I guess if you're into speed running, you could try for a high score.
I guess.
Yeah, that's it. You also get access to a couple of access to ninja... to wing, jet, and something, and wheel, I believe, in the final stage.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's about it. So next up is.
Next up. Oh God!
Fuck this one.
The Great Cave Offensive. Oh. It's not great. It just offends me.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that was from Some Call Me Johnny.
No, that was from Nathaniel.
Nathaniel Bandine. Shout out to him for that joke.
Remember that? Hey, remember that? Yeah, just like the Smash stage. That's basically Kirby falls into a cave. That's literally what happens.
The story is literally Kirby falls into a cave
because he wasn't paying attention.
Because he wasn't paying attention to where he was walking. That also begs the question: why the fuck didn't he just fly out of the cave?
What, Kirby? Look to your surroundings. Use your surroundings.
All right, because a rock blocked the entrance off after he fell. Rock Ex Machina.
So it's split up into 4 areas where you can
you collect treasures.
That is literally it.
Well, in the first area, you have the ability Beam Bomb, Copy Cutter, Fighter, Hammer, Jet, Spear, Plasma, Sword, and Wing. So yeah.
This first level was not too bad.
It's a fair area to start out in.
The second level is the crystal area.
First we gotta go over the boss of the first area. What? No, Dad. As Fatty Whale. Oh, same.
Or is Alex dubbed it?
Chonky Blobber.
Chonk Blobber.
I don't like this boss.
It sucks.
No matter what ability, any ability, it's such an awkward and tedious fight. Fatty Well's really fat and takes up a ton of the screen, making it ridiculously difficult to maneuver around him.
What'd you rate it?
Why is this the first boss?
I don't know. What would you rate it?
Oh, rated a 4. I do not like this boss.
So, area 2 is the crystal area. And that contains a lot more.
Speed Bomb, Copy Crash, Cutter Fighter, Fire Hammer, Ice Jet, Mirror Plasma, Stone Sword, Wheel Wing, and Yo-Yo.
And the boss?
Boss is Computer Virus. First, let's go over the area. I actually don't mind this area. This area is pretty cool. It has a lot of underwater navigation. Yeah. It's aesthetically pleasing and not frustrating. I'll give this one an 8.
The boss is, well, it has a unique idea.
It has a really unique idea. This is Computer Virus version 1. This boss has 2 incarnations, which we'll be rating separately. One of them is particularly more enjoyable than the other one.
Yeah, this one.
This one, you fight 3 enemies. He's the slime, puppet, and a magician. The slime almost never does anything unless it occasionally fires a star at you, and same with the puppet. The gimmick with this boss is that it's turn-based. The enemy is shown on a screen, and during its turn, it'll either do nothing or fire off an attack. And you have to either dodge or guard. And then during your turn, you have a few seconds to deal as much damage as you can. Once you get to the magician will actually start attacking every turn, or guarding, rather than having lines where it can do nothing. The magician has a guard spell, a frost spell, a fire spell, and just a simple star bar. Copy ability pedestals will also show up during the fight.
Also,
if you manage to lose it.
Also, the original has a really funny typo.
Also, if you get it, if you manage to pick up the ninja ability during the fight, the game will say Kirby becomes a ninja.
Kirby becomes a ninja.
See,
I don't know what it means to became.
That's a big move. But yeah.
So,
I'll make this first encounter a 10. It's a silly.
Also, the points you earn for these.
They're completely arbitrary.
We got greediness. I don't know if there's a whole list for them.
Let's go down. You have. Does it list them?
No.
No, he doesn't list
But
them.
things such as
friendship, greediness, fluffiness, bravery. It's pretty comical.
You gain experience. You gain XXX experience. Not that it matters. Also, this thing is called Battle Windows.
In Japan?
No, yeah, an alternative name.
What Esters typically know it as the computer virus.
Yeah, it's a really fun idea. Did you mention this was turn-based?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. But thankfully none of the enemies have too much HP, so it's not really so it doesn't get tedious.
You can deal enough damage to it.
The abilities they give you.
Make sure you don't become infinite.
Just try not to use wing against this fight. Trust me.
Thank him later.
Well, thank me later.
When you rate level 2,
I already rated level 2, an 8.
And then Old Tower.
I'm giving it a 3.
Fuck this place.
This place is a confusing, tedious mess.
Oh yeah, Chameleon. Then there's Chameleon.
Well, first let's go over the abilities.
We got
We got beam, bomb, cutter, fire, hammer, reject, might, gear, ninja, paint, parasol, plasma, sweep, eat, stone, suplex, wing, and yo-yo. Huh. Paint. That's a new one. I don't know what it does. It's another screen nuke. That barely does any damage. It just has a different effect depending on the boss you're fighting. Yes, I did say that. There's only three places in the game and you can get paint. And it's all from paint pod projectiles dropped by bosses.
Yep. Yeah, I'm serious.
So yeah. Speaking of the boss, the boss here, Chameleon, drops off paint. But first, I'm gonna go over or why I hate this world. First off, you see, with Great Cave Offensive, you have a checkpoint system.
Yeah.
When you die, you're either sent back to the beginning of the area you're in, or the last checkpoint door you enter, or the door of the last checkpoint switch you hit. The thing is, with this, try not to get pissed. Old Tower is long.
Really long.
Now, there's only one checkpoint at the entrance. Meaning if you die during it, you have to climb through the whole thing again.
Also, did we mention how much there's so much fucking treasure here?
And some of them are really cryptic and confusing.
Also, did I mention you can use you can use the helper function if you're playing the original? Grab a friend and
because the AI is really stupid.
And
you see, there's a moment when you just want a fire helper, burning Leo, or to light an underwater fuse. Kirby can't use fire underwater, but a partner can.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But since obviously that's their only attack. So you have to have your partner light the fuse in the water. But the thing is, a lot of the time, I'm pretty sure this is fixed in later versions of the game. But the partner or AI is too dumb to light the fuse.
Yeah, this was fixed in the remake.
Slightly in the remake. The partners are still kind of dumb in the remake, but they know. But if you get the right partner, they know how to help you with the puzzles they're intended to. So
yeah, level 3 sucks.
It's just,
what would you rate Chameleon on?
Chameleon is kind of a stressful fight.
Yeah, this is stressful.
He rolls around like crazy, jumps around like crazy, fires his weird hook legs at you. You're covered in claws. And yeah, after you get half his health down, he stops for a second to turn invisible. This is where you can use paint, because if you use paint, it'll negate the invisibility. You make it, even though you can still technically see him while he's invisible if you look close enough.
So what would you rate?
I'll do the wave effect.
So what would you rate him?
I'll rate it a 6. It's kind of stressful.
Yeah, this area sucks.
Yeah, this is arguably the worst area. In my opinion, dare I say, the worst area in the entire game. Not just this mode.
So, then there's the garden area. The last S1.
Obviously it has a lot of abilities. 14 to be exact. You have Bomb, Crash, Cutter, Ice, Jet, Ninja, Parasol, Plasma, Sweet Stone, Suplex, Wheel Wing, and Yo-Yo. Oh yeah. Here there is a few split branching paths with cannons and shit, and there's just and there's a lot of enemies.
So
and there is one particularly frustrating in Treasure Chest, but other than that, it's very tame compared to the last area.
Would you rate this area?
I'll rate this area an 8.
And oh yeah, the bosses.
The boss is a Wham Bam Rock. Or as I call it, Wham Bam Ram Ranch. I'm disappointed in you if you get the reference, but I'm also proud of you if you get the reference.
Wham Bam Rock. Wait.
It's this head. It's this big head that. And you can't really. Well, not really. it's mainly just the floating facial features. The mouth, eyes, ears with earrings. There's a jewel on the forehead and a little crown. And 2 giant stone fists. Yes, that are its method of attack. Every single attack is caused by these fists. And you also have to hit the fists to damage the boss.
Hey, so these look kind of
I'm trying to remember what you've heard.
Some of these look kind of.
Oh yeah, some of these look familiar. Well, not really, but it looks like they might have inspired something else. In fact,
Yeah,
these hands have a few attacks that are pretty similar to Master Hand and Crazy Hand.
yeah. This was possible inspiration for them.
There's an attack where it drops rocks on you, such as the bombs that Crazy Hand drops. There's a fist attack where it goes halfway across the screen, so you climb if it hits you. There's a slam down attack, which is its main method. And in the remake, it can shoot lasers, a series of lasers from its finger, or while pointing at you. So yeah, this is definitely an inspiration of some sort to Master Hand and Crazy Hand.
Oh, a lot of things in Superstar
Or inspired things in
Smash.
Dark in the future of the series in general.
So, what would you rate Wham Bam Ram Ranch?
10. It's a fitting, challenging final boss.
So, as a whole, what would you rate this game mode?
The treasures are tedious, and the reason I dread playing this is Old Tower.
This ain't, like you said, it ain't great. It's just defensive.
As the wiki said?
No, as you said.
As Nathaniel Bandy once said,
It's not great. It just offends me. What would you rate it?
I'm not gonna go too hard on it since most of the things are decent. But Old Tower really knocks the score down.
So what do you regret? So what do you even get for finding every treasure?
Well, credit sequence lists off all the treasures, and
yeah,
you get an arbitrary gold account.
And
100% on your file.
I don't even know if Kirby would even spend. I don't know what Kirby would even spend all that gold on.
I don't think there's really a currency system in Dreamland.
Yeah, I don't think Dreamland has an economy.
So yeah.
So
I'll give it a 5.
Yeah.
Old Tower plus Camellia Worm and Fatty Whale really hurt the score hard.
So next up is Revenge of Meet the Night.
Is Revenge of Meet the Night. King D defeat. Sorry.
So next up is Revenge of Meta Knight.
Did I talk about what the last song was?
I think you did.
I'm gonna check just in case. History.
So Revenge of Meta Knight. Kirby is Meta Knight's attempting to take over. Meta Knight's plan makes no fucking sense.
It just does not make sense whatsoever. If you're wondering,
Meta Knight wants to take over Dreamland to put an end to
the lazy lifestyle of its inhabitants.
Yep.
That's kind of hilarious.
Also, when yeah, I guess you could say this was like Meta Knight's only villain role.
Yeah. Okay, so the remix we just played was Kirby Superstar, the Great Game Offensive remix by Forever Kirby.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Meta Knight's plan makes absolutely no sense.
So it's also by Forever Kirby, Kirby Superstar Revenge of Meta Knight remix.
The series is. That's I'll explain the chapters.
Mm-hmm. So the first chapter here.
You fly onto the halberd.
You fly onto the halberd. The only abilities here are Beam, Wheel, and Yo-Yo. At the end, you encounter Heavy Lobster. But you don't... a boss that you don't get to fully fight before you get blown off the ship. Yeah. So yeah.
Chapter 2 is
Chapter 2
is you making your way.
You're trying to make your way back onto the ship.
You're on an island.
You're on an island.
The only abilities
The
here.
abilities here are bomb, crash, fighter, parasol, stone, and wing. The boss here is Twin Woods. You have to rematch regular Wispy Woods first, and then you fight 2 smaller incarnations of Wispy Woods.
Yep.
Once. In Chapter 3, the abilities after almost reaching, after taking the warp star at the end of the previous chapter, you get shot down once again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Kirby, you gotta find another way. You gotta find a less obvious way to get on the ship.
Or at least one that can withstand more attacks.
Jeez, I didn't know the warp star was that fragile.
Yeah. It's fast, but it's easy to hit.
Yeah.
The abilities here are Copy Cutter, Fighter Fire, Hammer, Ice, Mike, Mirror, Ninja, Parasol, Sword, and Wheel.
Yeah.
And at the end, you fight. Oh, there's no boss.
Yeah, that's weird.
Instead, you encounter Dynablade again. This time with her chicks. And Dynablade comes back in full force to thank you for helping raise her chicks and flies you up to the halberd for good this time.
At least Dynablade has defense.
Dynablade can actually withstand shots. After you already get onto the halberd, Dynablade retreats after being shot at too much. That's with her days following her.
So, Chapter 4, or you're finally on the halberd, or you're on the halberd once again.
Mm-hmm. So, you. I didn't set that to loop. Alright, but anyways, the abilities here are Beam Bomb, Crash Cutter, Fire Ninja, Plasma, Stone Suplex, Sword, and Yo-Yo. I believe the boss here is the cannon.
Cannon, and main cannon 2.
Main cannon number 2, who also known as the same cannon that shot you down at the end of level 2.
Chapter 5, you go.
I'm reading the bosses here.
Yeah.
I gotta rate Twin Woods, which
it's just with 2
Wispy Woods. You say him rating as Wispy Woods. Actually, no, they have a few new attacks. They can exchange slices, I guess, as drop worms and Gordos from the collective cloud of green above them. Well, leaves. Yeah, and they are spinning, and they can also both shoot wind at you. So if you stick to one side, you can still he'll get hit by the other.
So yeah, what would you rate cannon number 2?
The first I'll rate Twin Woods. I'll rate it an 8. It's originally more challenging than like the Wispy Woods. Next we have cannon number 2, which I don't like either of the regular bosses on the halberd. Well, cannon number 2, you have to. Cannon number 2 is you have this. First, you have this thing that shoots lasers at you. The smaller cannon. You have this smaller cannon that shoots lasers at you at the bottom. And the main cannon shoots cannonballs at you. And there's also these annoying hands that either try to grab you or drop a bomb on you. So yeah, it's a hectic and annoying boss. I'll give it a 5.
And 6. Chapter 5, I think it's Heavy Lobster.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Now you can actually
fight Heavy Lobster. And it's a really easy boss.
Wow.
It can't really hit you if you just stick in the air and play it safe.
What would you rate it?
So yeah, I'll rate Heavy Lobster a 7.
Then, Chapter 7, and then you're and Heavy Lobster destroyed the right wing of the halberd.
Upon exploding.
Yep. Yep, that means the halberd are going down.
No, the only thing left to stabilizing is the core.
For which Kirby, of course,
sets his sights on next.
I don't know why he wants to.
Because if he destroys the halberd, Meta Knight can't make everyone do a work for him.
He just wants Dreamland to be more productive.
Alright, whatever.
Okay, so the abilities here are
Bomb, Cook, Crash, Fighter, Jet, Parasol, Plasma, Suplex, Sword, Wave, and Yo-Yo.
Yeah, the boss here is the reactor.
This boss, interestingly, you can't damage it normally. Instead, instead of that, you actually okay, you have to lure this laser thing that descends from the ceiling sometimes into you have to lure this laser into or the thin laser into shooting directly at the reactor, or at least ricocheting off of something and bouncing into it. This fight is pretty tedious. And other than this, its only other attacks are these three panel, or this group of panels that comes from the bottom and shoots fire upwards into the battlefield, go through the graded floors, or this cannon attack.
Yeah,
similar to the one from the previous in the can number 2 boss. So yeah. Also, they mentioned that you can disable the cannon so it only has 2 attacks. You know, it's not really completely worth it.
Yeah, what'd you rate it?
I'll rate it at a 5, same as can number 2.
Also, yeah, it shows Kirby's willing. Kirby's willing. You know what? Editors die. I just so Dreamland doesn't. Is willing.
You die so that Dreamland can be lazy.
Yep.
He's willing to let others die so Dreamland can be lazy.
Yeah. So the final section in chapter 7, and you're this.
The ship is going down, and you have to hurry in the end. The abilities here are Cutter, Ninja, Parasol, Sweepstone, Sword, Wheelie Rider, and Yo-Yo.
What the fuck, Wheelie Rider?
Which is basically just wheel, but you could get in and activate it by riding your partner. By riding a wheeling partner.
Yeah,
you phrase it that. With wheelie, you can hop on top of it.
So
and Kirby gets a unique ability display and appearance.
So at the end, and hey, this looks familiar.
Time to fight Meta Knight.
Get it.
Same as usual.
Get it.
So then, it is a rightfully stressful battle.
Yeah, unlike your first encounter with Meta Knight in an adventure, or where they tell you to get the sword. Or in the, isn't it? In this game, if you wait long enough.
In this game, if you wait long enough, you don't have to grab it, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case.
But yeah. After beating Meta Knight, while the ship's going down, you have to ride wheelie. You'll do a strict time limit to the end, off the halberd, and jump at the end and to get to safety. When Meta Knight chasing you down and try to dive at you during it.
And, the halberd sinks into the ocean.
And yeah,
I think we actually pointed out in our last video. I think we actually pointed out in our Squeak Squad video.
That it actually rises into the sky again in Squeak Squad.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
And so what would you give Revenge of Meta Knight?
I'm going to start on a 9. Actually, I'll give it an 8. It's a pretty fun mode, but the bosses are pretty frustrating.
Yeah.
The thing is, also did I forget to mention that you're on a time armor during the levels?
Oh yeah.
Everything is timed in this. For some reason, that's the gimmick here.
Also, hey, this was the game that gave us first gave us gave us the halberd. Or now that I remembered this, I just realized that. So next up is Milky Way wishes, right?
All right, let's go.
So
the song I'm playing right now is called. Just wait for the title to load. Cosmic Chorus, Milky Way Wishes Remix.
Oh, what's the story here?
Well, the sun and the moon are fighting, and causing havoc in the cycle of day and night in Dreamland.
I mean, I could tell.
Hell. So, this mysterious this figure known as Mark shows up and tells you that he knows a way to stop the planet segment from fighting. Just simply awaken cosmic and galactic nova and make a wish to have them stop fighting. First, to do that, you have to collect like these star fragments. It's on different planets. How many planets are there? These star planets. Oh, scroll down. These star pieces on the seven other planets, and there's 7 other planets in the system. So yeah.
And you might notice something different, something in odd.
Oh, the song you're watching and listening to is Cosmic Chorus Milky Way Wishes remixed by Hello World 12321.
You just said that.
I forgot to say the name.
So this place is actually. So you might notice something in Kirby's controls.
He can't copy abilities here.
Tissue.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gotta. Yeah, instead you need to. Alright. First, there's a little secret. There's this particularly bright star, that if you go to it, you'll be able to find a planet with a bunch of tanks, crash bombers, and other sorts. And by doing that, you can get copied. This is the only time it's ever useful. Hence, you can copy abilities without actually being able to. Well, okay. You see, normally you'd have to collect the Copy Essence Deluxe for us to use the ability in Milky Way Wishes. After collecting it, you can freely switch to the ability at any time during the mode. So yeah. Now here, if you have copy, you can copy the abilities. What? Bomb, copy. That's redundant. Crash, ice, mirror, plasma, and wheel. However, there are also a few copy essences and deluxes. Just in the stage. Those being ice, fighter, and cutter. So yeah. The boss here is Twin Woods, but harder.
Yeah, Twin Woods is a bit harder.
Nothing much to say there. This planet, I'll give it a 7. It has an interesting gimmick. When you enter doors, the seasons change. Change, causing different things to happen to the environments. There's different doors opening up. Certain deluxe essences can only be gotten at certain times, certain seasons, and opening up paths For example, there's a waterfall that you can't swim through because it keeps pushing you down to the lake. But if you go into winter, you can the waterfall freezes solid and you can break through it. So yeah. There's also trees that get chopped down and regrown. So yeah. Anyways, next planet is planet Aquarius. That's right. Is that what this one is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aquarius. It's a
water level.
It's a water level. With the copy ability, you can copy Cutter, Fighter, Stone, Suplex, or Sword. However, with the deluxe essences you can find here are Parasol, Sword, and Beam. The boss here is a harder version of Fatty Whale.
Fun.
I'm not particularly fond of this area, specifically the end where it's a maze. I'll give it a 6.
Yeah. Next up is
Sky High.
It's clouds. It's
cloud stage. But also, I mentioned that each world reuses assets from previous game,
from each previous modes.
Previous modes. Well, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, Milky Way Wish is a culmination of different assets from different modes. And for example, you have a similar background style of the green greens in the first world. In Euphoria, in Aquarius, you have similar world 2 to stage 2 in the Great Cave Offensive. And Sky High, it's similar to stage 4 of the Great Cave Offensive.
Yeah. So the abilities here.
The abilities here are Beam Bomb, Crash Cutter, Ice Jet, Parasol, Sleep, and Wheel if you have the copy ability.
The essence.
The essences you can find though are Jet, Wheel, and Wing.
So yeah,
boss here. Also similar to Bubbly Clouds.
Boss here is Krakow.
Yep. Hard Krakow.
And then
next is Hot Beat. It's planet Hot Beat.
Oh boy, what is this?
It's a lava planet. We're using assets from I guess stage 3 of Dynablade. And the old tower. Alright. If you have a copy ability, you can copy Beam, Bomb, Crash Cutter, Fire, Paint, Ink, Sleep, and Suplex. The deluxe copy essences here are Fire and Suplex.
Boss here is a harder
Chameleon Arm. Oof. Well, anyways, I'll rate this area a 6. It's a little crowded, but it's nothing too crazy. Next, we'll go to planet Cavius. Which reuses assets from stage 1 of the Great Cave Offensive, I guess. Or Cocoa Cavern mostly, but it gives off the same vibe as the Great Cave Offensive. In terms of being maze-like and how the same music as stage 1 of that. So yeah. So the abilities you can copy here with the copy ability is Bomb, Hook, Cutter, Fighter, Hammer, Ice, Ninja, Stone, Suplex, and Yo-Yo. But the essences you find are Bomb, Hammer, and Stone.
Boss here is a harder Wham Bam Rock.
So, interesting enough, and actually I don't believe Wham Bam Rock is any harder than this.
Yeah.
Wham Bam Rock is the same. Since it's already a final boss of a mode.
Yeah, so would you rate this area?
Well, it's also a mini boss rush. There are also mini bosses you need to defeat to get copy abilities, which is pretty neat.
Okay, so what would you rate this?
I'll give this planet a 9.
Then the planet 6.
It's a neck high.
It
reuses a lot as assets from the Halberd. With the copy ability, you can copy Beam, Bomb, Cook, Cutter, Fighter, Hammer, Ice Jet, Paint, Plasma, Suplex, Wing, and Yo-Yo.
And do you know your plugins for your old computer?
I gave it to you.
No, for his.
I don't know.
Are you using the same plug?
We're recording a video. Oh, okay. The deluxe essences you can find here are Yo-Yo and Plasma. So yeah. Also, I'll rate Mekai a 6. Not 7. 7. Yeah.
So, that's
the last planet is Planet Half Moon.
Yeah. It's
So yeah, with copy, you can copy Beam Bomb, Cook, Crash, Cutter, Fighter, Fire Hammer, Ice Mirror, Ninja Parasol, Plasma Sleep, Stone Sword, Wheel, and Yo-Yo.
And the S2 are Mirror and Ninja. S2 essences are Mirror and Ninja.
Yeah, and the last 2 essences, Mirror and Ninja, can be found here. So yeah. And at the end, you fight a computer virus version 2.
Yeah.
This boss.
It's a harder version.
Computer virus. You start out with the original final round of the first match in the form of the Magician. Okay, same there. And then you have the Evil Knight, which can send a whirling slash at you, can try to freeze you, or can just fire stars, or guard, or throw knives from the sky. Guard, making it take less damage the next turn. Restore power, making its future attacks stronger.
And after that...
and you have the Great Dragon, who can whip up a windstorm with the sharp blades floating through it. Send 8... Send 8... and whirling slashes in 8 different directions. Breathe fire or to the left or right of it. Try to freeze you. Petrify itself, basically the same as the guard with the previous ones, or just shoot a barrage of stars. In my opinion, this one is particularly annoying because of how much health it has. Jeez, that's a lot of health. So, I'm gonna rate this version 6. Takes the concept and runs it into the ground because of how tedious and drawn out the fight is.
Yep. Oh yeah, this is what you fight in the arena, right?
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
you make it. Yeah. So anyways, Kirby reaches a Nova.
And is about to make a wish.
God damn it!
When Marx shows up and busts him out of the way, wishing to be the Rule Pop Star.
God fucking damn it!
Turns out Marx lied to you, and he was the one who got the moon and the sun to fight, so that he could get Kirby to do the dirty work, collecting the star shards. And at the last moment, when Kirby was about to make a wish, after Kirby woke up Nova, Marx would butt him out of the way and make his own wish to become all powerful and godlike.
Yep. This was the series first. First, Kirby it gets played by who we thought
you trust. This happens one other time. We've already reviewed it. Return to Dreamland with Magor.
So as for Marx's fight,
Marx's fight is alright, Marx has a lot of attacks. He can swoop down at you. He can shoot a laser out of his mouth. He can drop an ice bomb on you. He can split into 2 halves, doing 1 of 3 attacks. He can summon a black hole that deals massive damage if you don't run onto one side of the screen. He can and turn into 2 blobs of red and blue paint. It would start dripping. It would start raining down. And if you inhale, then this is another place you get paint. Also, random thing I forgot to mention, that if you inhale one of Heavy Lobster's projectiles, you can use paint, causing it to go crazy, making the fight harder, but it can't properly aim at you. I forgot to mention that earlier. paint doesn't do anything to marks. It does a sliver of health. I guess if you don't have a copy ability, you can inhale paint and then get a free little sliver of damage off when you get around to it, when he becomes tangible again. But I don't know why. His other attack when he splits is that he can turn it to fireballs that'll dash across the top from the top left and bottom right of the screen. So yeah.
So, yeah, Marks is a pretty hectic fight.
Oh, he can also rain down. He can also dash into the ground, and you can see his shadow, where he shakes you around and rises up. He can also, and he can also cause these seeds to rain to the sky, which sprout into pillars of into rose thorn pillars. So yeah. He can also summon and cutters for 4 cutters beneath him. I believe that is I'm pretty sure all of Mark's attacks.
Yeah, Marks is quite at the fight.
He has a lot going on. Definitely a 10.
And Marks became a fan favorite.
Both because of the twists and the difficulty and sheer absurd amounts of variety in the fight.
Yeah, it was so good, in fact, that
And return as a boss in Smash Ultimate. Where he's ironically the easiest boss in the game, and due to how predictable he is there.
Because they ripped it straight from the source. But that's neither here nor there.
That doesn't relate to this.
So we'd be done. What would you rate Milky Way Wishes, right? Wishes.
I'll rate it 10. The idea is super unique and
if only we had this game show. I'll save that for later.
What?
With some of these modes show.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So we'd be done here, right?
Wrong.
Oh, you'd be wrong.
Well, first I forgot to rate Nova. Nova's a shooter fight where you just let's go. Like pew pew pew. You're ready to starship.
Yeah, it's a shooter.
But then the core's kind of bullshit because it can go backwards and it's near impossible to avoid. Wait. So yeah. I'll give that fight at a 5.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, we're not done yet.
we still have exclusive content from the remake.
Yeah, it wasn't just a simple update. It has that name in there for a reason.
Well, the first of the new modes
Is Revenge of the King.
Mhm.
It's like a.
It's like kind of like a redone hard mode for
Spring Breeze.
for Dreamland, except like Spring Breeze. You get the point.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah. The remix you're listening to now is Masked Deity Remix Hardcore by Acid Notation. That's with a dash instead of a space.
Yeah, there's still 4 levels.
Purple Plants. Purple Plants. Ants, this version of Green Greens. The copy abilities you can find here are Beam Bomb, Cutter, or Ninja Sweep, Suplex, and Sword. And the boss here is Revenge of Wispy Woods.
Oh, yeah, did I mention that this is also this is a recreation of Extra Game?
Yeah.
A recreation of Extra Game from
Slash hard mode from the original Dreamland. Yeah. Was it called Purple Plains or Purple Purples?
Purple Plants.
Purple Plants. Anyways, these Purple Plants, again, all of these get the same rating, but we're gonna go over it.
Illusion Island. Then comes Illusion Island.
Illusion Island. Counterpart to Florida Islands. hands with the abilities Beam, Bomb, Copy, Crash, Fire, Mike, Aerosol, Stone, and Wing. The boss here is Revenge of Lolo and Lala.
Lolo and Lala's revenge.
Yeah, they're all revenge.
They all have revenge.
Well, with one exception, but we'll go over that in a second.
Then there's Crash Clouds.
Crash Clouds, yeah. Here, the abilities you get are Beam Bomb, Crash Cutter, Ice, Ice Spear, Parasol, Plasma Sleeve, Sword, and Wheel. And the boss here is Krako's Revenge. And first, obviously, halfway through the stage, you fight Krako Jr.'s Revenge.
Then DDD Sky.
Wait, what? Huh. Well, I wonder what this stage has. There wasn't really anything happening on the way, but... Oh! You're ambushed by DDD's Blend Kabula. Yep. Kabula makes her second out of 3 appearances in the entire series.
Yep, yeah, out of 3.
Which is pretty crazy. The only other appearances being the original Dreamland and Planet Robobot.
Wow. But hey, it's nice to see it. And
Nice to see
there's
it.
Starship Kirby.
And, yeah, the boss is super easy. For being a hard mode, this boss is kind of filler. Oh yeah. Like Noah mentioned, we also have the return of Starship Kirby from on previous.
It's your standard shmup here.
Mm-hmm.
Here. So,
No.
and the revenge.
I'll give Kabula this reincarnation gets a 7. It's easy, but it's a neat callback. There's the revenge. Rather than just being a boss fight level like you did in Spring Breeze, yeah, I forgot to mention in Spring Breeze they removed the level rush. This is just a boss fight. Here you actually have a mini boss rush first. And you also fight Bandana Wallaby. This fight gets a 10. It's the most difficult fight in the game. And Bandana Wallaby's charges deal massive damage. And I'm fucking with you.
He's really pathetic.
And all he can do is charge, and he does bounce an absurd amount when you hit him. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Kirby Superstar was actually the first appearance of this guy.
So yeah.
Oh, that's something, right?
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Once you reach Deity,
He's...
you have masked Deity. He has a crazy powerful hammer that can shoot fire or electricity at you. He can also do a spin attack in addition to all the same attacks for his previous fight. And you can't stun lock him anymore. So this is what how they made up for nerfing DDD in the original fight.
And also, hey, look at that! Bandana D is the only one watching.
Yeah, he's the only one who showed up to the invite. Showed up to watch the fight.
So, Mass DDD gets
10. It is a hard boss, and rightfully so. Also, did I mention the mini bosses in this stage are the ones from Amazing Mirror? But yeah.
What'd you rate Revenge of the King?
I'll rate Revenge of the King a 10. It's super cool and just, it's a treat. And now we move on to, well, first, let's go over the bonus content.
Oh yeah, you mean the side games?
Let's go over the side games.
And there's not much here.
First, we have Meta Nightmare Ultra.
Oh yeah, that. Hey, remember? You guys remember Meta Nightmare? From if you remember
from Nightmare in Dreamland and Meta Nightmare Deluxe.
No, Meta Nightmare Returns.
Meta Nightmare Returns and Triple Deluxe.
The first time that I met
Planet Robobot.
Yeah. And Meta Nightmare, the first Meta Nightmare, it was,
yeah.
It felt like the first Meta Nightmare felt like a huge afterthought.
This time, Meta Knight has 4 unique abilities, Meta Quick, where he becomes faster. Heal, where he heals himself. Both Buddy Call, where he also Helper, either a Knight or a Sword Knight, which is like a Blade Knight, but with a few extra, but with the addition of the extra moves Meta Knight has access to. Basically, they removed it. Basically, they removed all the optional content in different areas and places that you can miss. In Dynablade, there's no switches. In Great Cave Offensive, there's no treasures. In Milky Way Wishes, there's no deluxe copy abilities. Yeah.
So what?
They also obviously removed the Meta Knight fight from the end of.
Oh, by the way, you're probably wondering what's the story here.
Meta Knight simply wants to.
Meta Knight wants to become the galaxy's greatest warrior. So in order to do so, he embarks on a long quest through Dreamland until he reaches the Halberd, that's where Revenge of Meta Knight, which falls into Revenge of Meta Knight, and eventually flies into space and visits some other planets in the galaxy.
He visits the now kind of damaged Nova. It makes a wish.
This is a follow-up to Milky Way Wishes.
Which takes place after Kirby's.
So
after
what does Meta Knight
wish for? He wishes to fight the strongest warrior in the galaxy.
And Nova, what? Nova, were you high?
His son's Galactonite. The warrior is banished for his strength, and
oh, it's already over.
Oh, the fight's already over.
So I took what? How many hits did it take?
A lot, but the fight itself was super easy. Both due to the fact that you could heal, and the fact that
Meta Knight has
the fact that if you just keep dash slashing at him, he won't really do much. That's a lot of the time. I mean, you can get a bunch of free hits in on him.
Yeah, this was Galactonite's first Earth outing.
It's really easily exploitable. Yikes.
Yeah,
I'll give the fight at 6 for Meta Knight. For Kirby, it gets a 10. Now you're wondering how you fight him as Kirby. Well, we'll go over that in a minute.
But
first, more extras. You have the sound test.
Meta Nightmare Ultra.
I'll give it a 10.
This was the proper. Meta Nightmare felt like
an afterthought
proof of concept. But not of a glorified proof of concept.
But this is actually fleshed out. Anyways, then we have afterwards.
Yeah.
Also, the music you just listened to was Gourmet Race Kirby Orchestral remix by Ray Musique. RAYMUSIQUE.
So this next one is
well, you have the sub games first.
Yeah, sub games.
What are the sub games in Ultra?
Card Swipe.
Card Swipe, Kirby on the Draw, Snack Tracks. In addition to the sub games from the original, if you lock them. I'm not gonna go over these because I actually forgot to try out the ones from Ultra. But
they're not much. But
the sub games aren't really important. Anyways, next you have the arena.
It's a boss rush.
Now, let's go over the order in which you fight the bosses, because why not?
Okay.
Alright, the arena actually has a set order.
Unlike later incarnations, where
the order is mostly random. With the exception of Star Allies, which brought back the order. The arena. Go to it.
The arena made its debut in Superstar.
So you fight. I scroll down.
Yeah, it will fight.
Are they random?
Yeah, it is in random.
Oh, it is random.
Yeah.
The bosses you fight are Chameleon Arm, Ammo Cannon, and Computer Virus, Dynablade, Fatty Whale, Galactic Nova, Nucleus, Heavy Lobster, King Deity, Krako, Lolo, Lola, Meta Knight, Chef Kawasaki Boggers, and Bugsy group together, Poppy Bros Senior, Mr. Frosty, Iron Man, and Ju-Kid group together, the Reactor, Twinwoods, Arena Waddle Dee, which is Bandana Waddle Dee, Wham Bam Rock, and Wispy Woods. And after defeating all of those, you fight Mark, who's the last boss every time.
Yeah, that's the arena is pretty
use
simple.
any ability, you only have to clear it once. But I used mirror. Mirror is my go-to. Oh, hey, what's up, Axel? I didn't notice you there. Yeah. Okay, so the arena, usual deal. Next we have Helper to Hero. This was the mode I was obsessed with when I was younger.
Yeah, this. Well, fine. I know you're playing it.
It's pretty cool. Except for the fact that you have to play it
At least the first
At
time.
least the first few times. But you have to play it 20 times to 100% the game.
Yep.
In order to unlock the final bonus video on the cutscenes page, you have to, you have to play through it with all 20 helpers.
And
Those are the helpers you have to play through it with. And are Knuckle Joe, Parasol, Waddle Dee, Chili, Blade Knight, Samir, Sir Kibble, Waddle, Phasma, Waddle Duke, Papa Rose Jr., Gim, Birdon, Bible Spark, Bonkers, Burning Leo, Capsule J2, Bugsy, Tack, Wheelie, Rocky, and Sword Knight.
Can I just say the select screen is just really really.
What about it?
Yeah, weren't you? Just the position of everything.
Well, they had to fit it in, so they come.
Yeah, it doesn't look very even.
It's hex. It's also in hexagons. But yeah, interestingly, it's time to go over Tack. Tack can act as a partner, can copy enemies, but he can ditch their abilities in exchange for another one. So he's like a partner that can be any other partner without you having to make it. So Tack can adapt to situations on the fly without you having to get rid of your ability.
So you play.
And he can also discard them. Even then, and on non-attackable abilities, Tack has this great ranged punch attack.
Yeah.
That can be rapid fired, which drains bosses really fast in Helper to Hero, and the charged version does more damage. It has shorter range, I believe. No, actually has longer range. But yeah. Either way, and at the end, so the bosses are in order this time. I'm Wispy Woods, Mid-Boss All-Stars 1, Chef Kawasaki, Bonkers and Bugsy, Krako, Deity, Dynablade, Fatty Whale, Chameleon, Mid-Boss All-Stars 2, Puppy Bro Senior, Mr. Frosty Iron Man, Shoe Kid, Twin Woods, Heavy Lobster, Computer Virus version 2, Midnight, Wham Bam Rock, and after fighting Wham Bam Rock, in the same fight, you encounter a stronger version, Wham Bam Jewel, who actually has more attacks, such as such as dropping burning in heads on you. Then this is actually the one with the laser gun, and you also have, and it can also
laser hands.
Yeah, and it can also have a rocket fist that swoops across the entire screen instead of just to the middle of it. Other than that, it's basically Wham Bam and Rock with more damage output and health. Well, again, 10. Fitting final boss here.
Right. What would you rate Helper to Hero?
10. The concept is just so cool, and I love it. I'm not going over the fact that you have to 100% it, but that was a very tedious experience playing it 20 times.
Not to mention some range the range engine difficulty was ridiculous.
Yeah, but
remember when he said, yeah, that's why he said don't fight computer virus with Wing.
It takes forever.
So what do you get for clearing that? What do you get for?
You get a video. Congratulating you.
Oh wait, there's one more. There's one more mode.
That is the true arena.
Making its debut here.
Here. Did I just go over what song you listened to?
Yeah, you did.
What was it?
What?
The song we just listened to?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, fuck, I forgot it. Sorry, just to get again. And I gotta make sure I'm crediting people. History. Listen, I'm sorry. Gourmet Race Kirby, or okay, yeah, I didn't go over it. Anyways, right now you're listening to Kirby Mark's theme remix by Maximus, with a 1 instead of the I and a 5 instead of the S.
So the True Arena made its debut here, and well, it's actually nothing like it.
Well, first off, instead of Maximum Tomatoes, you have Mini-Tomatoes. And second off, all the bosses are in order. The first 6 bosses are in a random order. Wispy's Revenge, Lawler's Revenge, Kracko Jr.'s Revenge, Kracko's Revenge, Kabula, and the true mid-boss all-stars are Mr. TikTok, Grand Wheelie, Fan, and Firelight. The last 4 are in a fixed order, being Masty, Wham Bam Jewel, Galactonite, and Mark's Soul, a harder version of Mark's. We actually aren't giving a unique rating to Mark's Soul, but yeah.
Yeah, that is the true.
That's the True Arena.
It's not actually that hard. I mean, to be fair, you use save states to do it.
But yeah.
But,
and I know it seems anticlimactic, but that's it.
Yeah, that's all. So,
by the way, right now, you're listening to Kirby Superstar credits theme, Carbohydro M guitar arrangement by Carbo.
Oh my God, this video is wow! We did it.
We covered this game,
and we broke it.
This video has been over an hour and a half.
So let's
get into the conclusion. So yeah. So well, after playing this game twice,
that's what a game. Gameplay.
Definitely a 10. It makes it fluid and natural, just as a Kirby game should.
Music-wise,
it's a masterpiece.
What are you expecting from Kirby in music? And in terms an official note, a point, unofficial, not part of the rating, but as for graphically,
this game looks beautiful for a Super Nintendo game.
Well,
it was wonderfully captured in the remakes, I think, as well.
There were other games that looked better around this time.
But it's still, it was such a pleasant
CGI added in the remake. It looks really crude.
And just the amount of content in this game is insane.
Well, does that mean does it fit?
But is it quantity over quality, or quality or quantity and quality? Well, I say it's the latter.
So
somehow I managed to find some form of enjoyment out of every single mode.
Some less,
even some less than others. I will get you, Great King Offensive, but but overall, there's just a lot here, and it's great.
What would you rate it?
You could play this game for ages. You could play this game on and off for ages. And it has a lot of replay value.
It can be for casuals or
hardcore completionists like myself.
If anyone could you play it either anyway.
Yeah.
So, what would you rate the game?
Well, I absolutely rate this a 10. I see where everyone's coming from when they say this is Kirby's magnum opus.
But, well, there are games that come. Well,
however, I do still believe there's one game that, in the Rivals game in terms of content and presentation
and presentation
and replay value.
But
that's not for today. But anyways, on September 10th,
so we'll see you on September 10th
with our review of Kirby 64: The Crystal Shards.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back in school at that
point. But
hey, we're home.
But thankfully, that game isn't going to have nearly as much to cover as this one.
Also, you're lucky. Thank God. Be thankful we're homeschooled.
So yeah.
So, that being said, I'm Nosren.
I'm Emery, and bonjour, my wonderful viewers. See you in the next video. Yeet.